It's 2:17 in the morning. Your phone lights up. Before you're fully awake, your hand reaches for it. Not because you made a decision, because your brain already did. The notification wasn't important. It could have waited until morning, but somehow looking at it felt impossible to resist. Next morning, you barely remember checking your phone. Yet somehow you spent nearly an hour scrolling on the subway, in line for coffee. Even walking down the street, we check our phones without thinking. You tell yourself just 1 minute, then somehow 30 minutes disappear. Perfect, equality, maintain, rahegi. Nothing happened. No notification, no vibration. Just a few seconds of waiting, and your hand reached for your phone anyway. Your brain hates empty moments. The second boredom appears, it starts searching for stimulation. One swipe becomes another, then another. Feed never ends. Neither does your curiosity. You plan to check one thing. Now an hour is gone, and you don't even remember what you came to see. So what's really happening? Why is something small enough to fit in your pocket powerful enough to capture your attention every single day? Even during an important meeting, your attention drifts. Not because you're distracted, because your brain is expecting something more rewarding. We're more connected than ever. Yet somehow we've never been easier to distract. Have you ever unlocked your phone, then realized there was nothing you actually wanted to see? Smartphones changed in just a few years. Your brain hasn't changed in thousands. To understand why your phone is so hard to ignore, we need to travel back long, before phones even existed. Nearly 2 million years ago, curiosity wasn't entertainment. It was survival. The more you noticed, the longer you lived. Every footprint, every sound, every movement could change your fate. A rustling bush could mean dinner, or it could mean death. Your brain had to decide instantly. When curiosity led to food, your brain rewarded you. That reward kept you exploring. Millions of years later, the world changed, but your reward system didn't. Today, that same ancient instinct keeps pulling you back to your phone. Survival wasn't about strength. It was about information. The more your ancestors noticed, the better their chances of staying alive. Every successful discovery triggered a reward. Your brain remembered that feeling and wanted it again. That's how your brain learned. Find something new, feel rewarded, repeat. The world evolved. Cities replaced forests. Phones replaced footprints. But your brain stayed almost exactly the same. Your smartphone didn't create curiosity. It simply discovered how to control it. Deep inside your brain, there's a system built to reward discovery. Every new experience, every useful piece of information can activate it. That reward is powered by a chemical called dopamine. Not the chemical of pleasure, chemical of motivation. Whether it was finding food, opening a gift, or checking a notification, your brain responds in surprisingly similar ways. Here's something surprising. Your brain loves anticipation even more than the reward itself. And that's exactly why a simple notification feels impossible to ignore, because your brain needs to know what's waiting. The notification isn't the reward. The mystery is. The brain wants answers, and it wants them now. Maybe it's good news. Maybe it's bad news. Your brain doesn't know. That's exactly what keeps you checking. Every notification could be important. Most aren't. But your brain can't afford to ignore the possibility. Your smartphone didn't invent dopamine. It simply learned how to activate it. But this isn't an accident. Every swipe, every tap, every notification was carefully designed to keep you coming back. Your attention has become one of the world's most valuable resources, and every app eyes competing for it. Books have endings. Movies have credits. Social media never tells you to stop. Just when you're ready to stop scrolling, something new appears. Again and again. Every video you watch teaches the algorithm a little more about you. Before you choose your next video, the algorithm has already made its prediction. Every tap, every pause, every second you spend watching teaches the algorithm something new. It learns what makes you stop, what makes you click, and what keeps you watching. Soon your feed feels personal, as if it understands you, because it's learning from you every day. The goal isn't just to show content, it's to show the one thing you won't ignore. In today's world, the most valuable product isn't your phone. It isn't the app. It's your attention. Every notification is competing for one thing, your attention. That tiny red badge wasn't chosen by accident. It was designed to be impossible to ignore. Before you decide whether to keep watching, the next video has already begun. Goal isn't to steal your money. It's to keep you for one more minute, then another. Every swipe, every tap, Every second you stay online powers an industry built on keeping you engaged. Every notification breaks your focus, and every interruption forces your brain to start over. Your brain was never designed to switch attention hundreds of times a day. Even if you don't answer, your brain is already distracted. One interruption becomes another, until your attention never fully settles. The more often you reach for your phone, the easier that habit becomes, and your brain learns it by heart. Eventually, you stop checking your phone because something happened. Check it because your brain expects something to happen. Have you ever felt your phone vibrate only to discover it never did? Your brain becomes so good at expecting notifications that sometimes it invents them. Even after you put your phone away, your brain keeps waiting for the next notification. The biggest battle isn't happening on your phone. It's happening inside your brain. Your phone doesn't have to ring to steal your attention. Sometimes, just knowing it's there is enough. Every interruption resets your focus. Your brain needs time to think deeply again. Deep focus has become rare, not because we're less intelligent, but because we're interrupted more than ever before. Every distraction seems small. Together, they quietly reshape how your brain works. Your brain can adapt to anything. The real question, what are you training it to become? While you're looking at your screen, life keeps happening without you noticing. We've never been more connected, yet somehow we've never looked farther away from each other. Your brain starts expecting everything to happen instantly, and everything competes for your attention. Nothing receives your full attention. The truth is, your phone didn't create these habits. It simply discovered how your brain already works. Your phone is silent. Nothing happened. But somehow it still feels like you should check it. Maybe someone texted. Maybe something happened. Maybe you're missing out. Your brain starts filling in the blanks. Online, everyone seems happier, more successful, more exciting. At least that's what your brain believes. Your brain doesn't compare your real life to someone else's reality. It compares it to their highlight reel. Sometimes the hardest part isn't putting your phone down. It's convincing your brain that it's okay to leave it there. The longer you wait, the stronger the urge becomes. Not because something happened, because your brain needs certainty. When information is missing, your brain creates its own story. It's usually worse than reality. Your brain starts expecting constant stimulation. Silence begins to feel uncomfortable. At first, being disconnected feels strange. Slowly, your brain begins to relax. Good news is your brain learned these habits, which means it can learn new ones too. Every habit begins with a choice. Even if that choice lasts only a second, your brain is constantly changing. The more you repeat something, the stronger that pathway becomes. Brain needs quiet moments. That's where recovery begins. Focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Your future brain is being built by the choices you make today. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It happens one decision at a time. Every healthy habit builds a stronger brain because neurons strengthen what you repeat. The strongest rewards don't come from your screen. They come from real life. Sometimes the best notification is the world right in front of you. Technology isn't the enemy. The goal is to make sure you're the one in control. The world changed faster than your brain ever could. Your phone didn't invent these instincts. It simply learned how to activate them. Every day, your brain asks one question. What should I practice today? Because whatever you repeat, your brain becomes better at. The most powerful technology will never be your phone. It will always be the brain that chooses how to use it. Control begins the moment you stop reacting to every notification. The world feels different when you're actually present in it. Every minute of uninterrupted focus makes your brain a little stronger. The strongest connections don't need Wi-Fi. They need your attention. Technology should improve your life, not become your life. Technology is evolving faster than ever before. Artificial intelligence is getting better at predicting what you'll do next. Soon, technology won't just be in your pocket. It could be part of your world. The future won't depend on smarter technology. It will depend on smarter choices. The future isn't deciding who you become. You are, one choice at a time. Every year, the world creates more information than ever before, but your brain can only focus on a tiny fraction of it. Every company, every platform, every screen wants your attention. Attention is becoming the world's most valuable skill. The greatest technology will always be the mind that chooses where to focus. Your phone can process information, but only your brain can create meaning. Every invention, every discovery, every masterpiece started inside a human mind. Every day you choose what your brain will become. Small choices repeated every day become the story of your life. Your phone will keep getting smarter, but your greatest advantage will always be the brain that decides how to use it. Hours pass without you noticing, but your brain notices everything. Constant switching makes it harder for your brain to store memories. Information is everywhere. Attention isn't. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is nothing. Your brain doesn't need more stimulation. Sometimes it just needs a chance to recover. Your body is ready for sleep, but your brain still thinks it's daytime. Blue light tells your brain to stay awake. Even when your body is exhausted, 5 minutes becomes 30. 30 becomes an hour. Slept, but your brain never fully rested. One small habit before bed can completely change how your brain feels tomorrow. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical. That's not quite true. Dopamine isn't about reward. It's about wanting the reward. When the stimulation stops, your brain notices. Immediately, the feeling isn't withdrawal. It's your brain relearning how to be still. The goal isn't less dopamine. It's finding better things to give it to. When nothing happens, your brain finally has time to think. Silence is where new ideas often begin. Some of your best ideas appear when you're doing almost nothing. If every quiet moment becomes scrolling, your imagination never gets a chance. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is nothing at all. Every generation shapes its brain a little differently. A teenage brain is still learning what deserves its attention. Social media shows highlights. Your brain mistakes them for reality. Small habits today can shape a lifetime of thinking. The future won't be shaped by technology alone. It will be shaped by the minds that use it. Today, your attention has become a valuable product. Infinite scrolling has no finish line. That's exactly why it works. The easiest way to keep watching is to remove the choice to stop. Strongest defense isn't deleting technology. It's choosing when it deserves your attention. The goal was never to use your phone less. It was always to live more. Every morning, you make a choice. Will you control your attention or give it away? Every habit strengthens one future over another. Life is happening beyond the screen. Don't miss it. Your phone can connect you to the world, but only your mind can decide what truly matters. The smartest device you'll ever own isn't in your pocket. It's inside your head. Protect it, train it, and use it wisely. Imagine one morning you don't reach for your phone. The conversations become louder. The notifications become silent. You notice the things you forgot were always there. For the first time in a long time, your mind feels quiet. The world didn't change. Your attention did. And that changed everything. Remember how this story began? Nothing changed except your understanding. Fear often disappears the moment you understand it. Inside your head lives the most powerful machine ever created. Every person carries the same incredible brain, but no two use it the same way. Technology was never meant to replace life. It was meant to support it. Greatest moments usually happen when you're fully present. Your memories won't come from scrolling, come from living. The greatest technology will never be artificial intelligence. Will always be human intelligence. Every notification asks for your attention. Every choice shapes your future. Your phone will keep evolving. Algorithms will keep learning. But the greatest technology has always been your brain. Protect it, train it, and choose wisely.